going on, everybody? Mr. Raven Hollywood here. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. Typically, I don't edit my sit-down talk videos. I typically just want you guys to see the raw emotion that I show. This one's a little bit different. There might be editing. But I have my tablet with me. And I might have to go from time to time to look at my notes on my tablet for this video. Some on my wall. Oh. That's just my thermometer. But anyways, today's series, or the beginning of today's series, we're calling Ranting with Raven. I've been thinking about doing this series for a while now because I just love the play on words, and can I say, I'm a disgruntled, divorced husband labeled as a deadbeat because I'm a divorced father. Even though I pay my child support, I call my ex-wife pretty much every other day, leave a voicemail saying, I just want to talk to our son. And I call on a regular basis to set up visitation time with my son. But I have found some channels, videos that just make us single fathers, just for being single fathers, look like complete douchebags. Now, before I get to ripping this asshole a new one, just want to preface this video by saying I do not believe that all men are good. In the same aspect, I don't believe that all women are evil. I don't believe that all women are out here trying to get men's money. I don't believe that all women are just born instinctively evil. I don't even view that way of my ex-wife. But I do believe that of this man. His name is Jay Moretti or something like that. I don't know. If you're watching this, you're not important enough for me to memorize your name. All I know is that your first name was Jay. But he has uploaded many, and I mean many TikToks, Instagram videos, Facebook videos, just dogging, and I mean pure dogging on single fathers, saying that women have it so hard in the divorce scene and taking care of the children. Hey, Jay, quick question for you, bud. Now, you do know that in the male mind, my mind, your mind, all the minds of the men that you talk crap about, we are wired to believe that the time and the money that we put into a person is our way of showing our conviction, our love, our support of our children and our family. Now, statistics, I just cannot get that fucking word out. Statistics, you know what I'm trying to fucking say. Or at least I hope you do. But statistics show, there we go. Women are incentivized to get married to a man, put in some time with that man, have a child with that man, and then divorce that man. And take everything from him. Now, why would a man want to continue to send money to a female that he just put in years into? Not counting how much money he spent on her, but just let's ignore the money situation for now and just look at the time. Why? I'm waiting. What man in his right mind would go, oh, well, I just spent all this time and just spent all this money on this female, and she just decided she was bored one day and just wanted to up and leave me. Why would he want to send her money? She just got done basically claiming she's a bad bitch and she can take care of herself and she can take care of her own kid. Now, one of Jay's videos that he posted, he was talking about reactive abuse. He's a big narcissistic talking son of a bitch. Talks about narcissists, talks about reactive abuse quite a bit on his channels. And one of the videos he talked about reactive abuse was how his own mother stabbed his father in the throat with a fork due to reactive abuse. And he goes on to say how there's countless women in the female prison system who are wrongfully imprisoned for the same exact thing. Jay, I don't know if you know this, dude, but that is attempted murder. That's illegal. My ex-wife left me because I'm sick. Here, let me show you. This is my medicine that I take pretty much every day. Yeah. And then 3 days a week, I have to be hooked up to a machine to have my blood filtered out and cycled through said machine and then put back into me so I don't die. But ironically, that same thing is also ending my life a lot quicker. So, any of the woman movement, the feminist movement, the I ain't got a clue movement, want to explain to me how that is okay. I became sick. I became terminally ill. I couldn't work anymore like I used to. But she couldn't wait. Literally. I think it was like 1 month after her and I got divorced that my disability check came in. Which meant I was bringing home money. But she couldn't wait for that. No, it was, I had to get away from him. Even though every night she came home, I timed it perfectly with dinner. So as soon as she walked in that door, I had a hot plate or a hot bowl of food ready for her. I had my food ready. I had our son's food ready. I had all the dishes cleaned. And yes, that includes the dishes of the dishes that I used for dinner. And I would put our son in the high chair, give him his food. Now, he sat in the same room with us, but he didn't sit with us because once she got home from work, I wanted it to be about her. As long as she stayed awake for him. And her and I would sit down and I would ask her, how was your day at work? Did you have a good day? Did you have a bad day? What happened to make it a bad day? But Mr. J, all single fathers are deadbeats. And no single mothers are in the wrong to you. I use the quotations around single mothers because in today's day and age, with all the facts and statistics that we have, there's no such thing as a single mother. Now, if you are a mother who becomes widowed, then yes, you are a single mother, and I strongly believe that. But if you are a mother who chooses to leave her husband, whether it be he's sick, he becomes disabled, he doesn't do everything that you want him to do, and you decide to up and leave him, that does not make you a single mother. That makes you petty. And that makes you a mother who is now single. There is a difference. And whenever you ask, were all the good men gone? Well, the good men got divorced and realized what a single mother really was. A user. Someone who wanted to reach in your back pocket all the fucking time for money. For a man to pay her bills. And if you think I'm wrong, there are whole channels dedicated on this website, on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok. I'm not going to lie, I don't use TikTok. I didn't even use Vine. But there are countless channels dedicated to the infamous words of "you are not the father." Now, if men were the problem and women were so innocent, then how can that content be on any website? Just my thought. But, in the meantime, I did do something yesterday. And yes, since I'm a grown man, I'm a big ass kid that loves to play video games and loves to spend money on shit that I shouldn't. But my Xbox One X or Xbox Series X, I got a total mount for the wall. Right next to my Pokemon poster. Next to the picture of my mom. See, Jay, here's another thing. You brought up how your mom stabbed your father in the neck with a fork due to reactive abuse. You know what my mom did to get me and my brother away from the abusive piece of shit that was my father? She told him. She didn't have to assault anybody. She just finally said, "I've had enough." And she looked at me and my brother and goes, "Kids, get your stuff, we're going." And out the door he went. I think I saw my father a total of 5 times. We left my father when I was a freshman in high school. So that would have been about 2002. And then about 7 years later, my father died. He died of cancer. And I'm vaping. I know. But I can only remember a couple of times where my father actually put effort into seeing me or my brother. And one of the last times I ever saw him, he was in the hospital being diagnosed with cancer. He just had throat surgery, had his vocal box cut out, or whatever it is that they do for the throat cancer to give you the I talk like this voice. I went in there with my ex-wife because this man only gave me 3 things in my life. But they were very important things. He gave me my last name. He gave me my life. And he gave me a scar on my wrist with a machete that he literally just sharpened that day. I was in 6th grade when that happened. I went to school. My arm is completely bandaged up. And all the kids in the school were making fun of me. They were like, "Oh, you're depressed. You just tried to kill yourself." But I went to go visit him in the hospital because one of his friends called my mom, told my mom that he might not make it out of the hospital, and he wanted to see his boys one more time. So this was obviously before the pandemic, and hospitals stayers could have visitors at the time. I know, ironic. Who would have thunk? But so me and my ex-wife went to the hospital, and he's sitting on the edge of his bed, getting checked out by the nurse. I walk up and I did see a tear. I will give him that. I did see a tear whenever he saw me. But I told him, I said, "Listen, I'm not here for you. Well, I'm not here because I respect you as my father. I'm here for the respect of what you gave me." And what did he do? He started dogging on my mom instantly. Just saying, "She's the one that did this. She's the one that did this." I looked at him while he was in his hospital bed. I held up my arm. Now, it's now tattooed. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm not going to show too much of it because it's my son's name and his birth date. But I held up the scar on my arm. I said, "She didn't do this to me. You did." And I walked out. That was one of the last times I ever saw my father. Now, Jay's entire online persona is the idea that all men are dogs. All men are deadbeats. And like I said earlier, I know for a fact not all men are good men. I know for a fact that not all men take care of the children. But I know for a fact it's not nearly as damn high as Mr. J would like to make it out to be. You know, I've used this word 3 times in my life. Mr. J, you are the 4th. You, sir, are a cunt. But guess what? You're a cunt that I would love to meet in person. Because I believe meeting you would help me realize that orange might look good on me. Jay, I can't stand you. Your daddy issues must run deep. Like, you have daddy issues. Like, you should be in a bar with a blonde wig asking for every guy to buy you a drink. But we need to remember this, people. For every deadbeat dad, there is a deadbeat mother. I read a statistic actually earlier. That said in 2021, I believe, the amount of single father households went up a whole 1%. And it's still stuck at 26.7%. That doesn't seem right. Another story. I'm not going to give any names. I have a friend who has 2 children. 1 boy, 1 girl. He had his children with his ex-wife. And as soon as the children came, she went running to the court. Oh, I want to file divorce. He's abusive. And he did everything the court told him to do for years. And he kept going back to the court saying, I want more time with my kids. I want my kids. You know what took the courts here in our state to finally say, okay, it was the fact that they found his ex-wife having seizures due to being high. Or just overusing, whatever. But it was along that lines. Then they found out that she was doing drugs in the household that she was supposed to raise her children in. And now he has full custody. So, Mr. J, want to take a stab at that one? Tell me how he's the deadbeat and she was the one that was wronged? please, for the love of God, if you see this video and you know who I'm talking about, share this video to him. I want him to respond. But I thank you all for joining me in this wonderful episode of Ranting with Raven. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. I will continue my other story here the next day or two. I've just been having some health problems. I haven't been feeling well. But I will get that back up and going. But thank you all for your time. Hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye.